What if I told you that the oldest story ever written, older than the Bible, older than Homer's Odyssey, holds the key to understanding life, death, and what it means to truly live? This is the story of the Epic of Gilgamesh, a tale so profound it has echoed through the ages, whispering truths about love, loss, and the relentless pursuit of immortality. It's a story that speaks to the heart of what it means to be human, and it begins in the ancient city of Uruk, where a king named Gilgamesh ruled with unmatched power and pride. Gilgamesh was no ordinary king. He was 2/3 god and 1/3 man, a being of immense strength, beauty, and ambition. But his power came at a cost. He was a tyrant, demanding too much from his people, leaving them exhausted and despairing. The gods heard their cries and decided to intervene. They created Enkidu, a wild man who roamed the forests, living among the animals. Enkidu was as strong as Gilgamesh, but pure of heart, untouched by the corruption of civilization. When Gilgamesh heard of this wild man, he saw him as a threat. Enkidu was lured out of the wilderness by Shamhat, a temple priestess who introduced him to the ways of humanity. When Enkidu arrived in Uruk, he confronted Gilgamesh, and the two clashed in a battle so fierce it shook the city. But something extraordinary happened. Instead of hatred, respect blossomed. They became inseparable friends, bound by their shared strength and thirst for adventure. Together, they embarked on a quest to slay Humbaba, the monstrous guardian of the cedar forest. It was a dangerous mission, but their bond gave them courage. When they succeeded, they returned to Uruk as heroes, but their triumph came at a cost. The gods were angered by their arrogance, and Enkidu was cursed to die. Enkidu's death shattered Gilgamesh. For the first time, the mighty king faced the raw, unfiltered reality of mortality. He wept, he raged, and then he ran, away from Uruk, away from his throne, into the wilderness. Gilgamesh was no longer chasing glory, he was chasing immortality. His journey led him to the ends of the earth, where he met Utnapishtim, the only man to have ever achieved eternal life. Utnapishtim told Gilgamesh the story of the Great Flood, a cataclysm that wiped out humanity. He had been granted immortality by the gods, but he warned Gilgamesh that such a gift was not meant for mortals. Still, Gilgamesh was determined. Utnapishtim gave him a test: stay awake for 7 days and 7 nights. But Gilgamesh, exhausted from his journey, failed almost immediately. As a consolation, Utnapishtim revealed the secret of a plant that could restore youth. Gilgamesh found it, but before he could use it, a snake stole it away. Defeated and heartbroken, Gilgamesh returned to Uruk, but something had changed. He no longer raged against death. Instead, he accepted it. He looked at the great walls of his city, the legacy he had built, and realized that immortality wasn't about living forever. It was about what you left behind. The story ends with Gilgamesh standing atop the walls of Uruk, gazing at the world he had shaped. He had lost his friend. His quest for eternal life had failed, but he had gained something far greater: wisdom. The Epic of Gilgamesh is more than just an ancient tale. It's a mirror held up to humanity. It asks us, what are we chasing? Glory, power, immortality, and what are we willing to sacrifice along the way? Gilgamesh's journey teaches us that life's true meaning isn't found in escaping death, but in embracing the moments we have, the friendships we forge, the legacies we build, and the wisdom we gain. It's a story for all ages, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, there is light to be found. So, the next time you feel the weight of life's uncertainties, remember Gilgamesh. Remember that the pursuit of immortality is not about living forever, but about living well. What legacy will you leave behind? What will your walls of Uruk be? Share your thoughts, and let's keep this ancient conversation alive. Or perhaps a challenge.